This is a map of our world, and this tiny piece over here is Europe, a tiny continent with many big and small countries. It includes Portugal and Italy, but also France, Sweden, Croatia, Luxembourg, and many other countries. Something very special binds these countries. They're not only all on the European continent, but they are also part of the EU, the European Union. European. Okay, we get that. But union? Is that a factory? Or a U-boat, like a submarine? No. Union is simply another word for club, like a sports club. And many countries in Europe belong to this EU club. Let's see why the club exists. Many years ago, long before you or your parents were even born, there was a time when the countries in Europe often attacked each other. They were each other's enemies, and there were terrible wars. The people in Europe were suffering and starving. Lots of people were wounded, and many died. After the Second World War, a wonderful idea finally came to life. Instead of fighting each other, a few countries decided to work together instead. Just like you would in a club. That's why they built a clubhouse out of the ruins and stones. This is also where they regularly meet. Ever since, working together in the club is all about avoiding further wars and making sure that people in the EU live a good and happy life. To achieve this, they work on common tasks. One task, for example, is about how they deal with their money. The countries have a shared piggy bank and everyone puts in money. This way, a lot of money can be saved, and together they decide on what to do with it. Like helping farmers with better machines, so they can produce more. EU countries also buy and trade many things among each other. Spain, for example, sells its oranges to Holland, while Holland sells its Gouda cheese to Spain. Or Italy brings its good pizzas to Sweden, and Sweden brings its wood to Italy. This way, everybody benefits. The EU countries also decide on which rules and laws they want to live by. For example, there is a great rule which allows people from different countries to call each other abroad for only a small fee, so we can have long phone calls with our friends and family abroad. Or the law of the open borders. People can very easily travel from one EU country to another. For example, they can drive from Spain to France for holidays. Then visit their family in Germany. Then go to the office in Ireland. And finally, go home to Italy. The shared values are also very important to the EU countries. As decisions must always be taken together, they have decided to solve all their problems peacefully, because that is the only way people in the EU can lead a good life. Unfortunately, not everything in the EU is as perfect as people want it to be. There are many arguments, and lots of people in the EU are still not very well off. But you can help make things better. Yes, you! In fact, the EU is specifically supporting children's rights, which allow you to get involved. You could, for example, go see the mayor with your friends and tell her what you would like to improve in your city. She would surely be very pleased about that. Or you could collect money with your friends for a good cause, like for an animal shelter. If you care about nature, you could also plant flowers so that animals have something to eat and you make your city more beautiful. So you see, even as a kid you can make things happen. The EU is supporting you with children's rights. So So let's go. What do you want to stand up for?